Hello students, how are you? I hope you are doing fine and still keeping safe. This is Teacher Hilda again, your teacher for English, that is Senior 3. And before we start, I want to first remind you that this program is brought to you by the Rwanda Education Board in partnership with MASTECARD Foundation and IEE. So due to the pandemic that is ongoing, that is COVID-19, schools were closed. So we are literally studying at home. So I want you to get ready with your notebooks and pens so that we can study. In our lesson today, we are going to look at describing a job in an advertisement. Describing a job in an advertisement. Let's say you want to hire someone. You have to make an advertisement so that people can know that there is a vacancy in your company. So when recruiting, your job advert is your first chance to attract talented individuals to your role. So this is also the first impression that the candidates will get to know your business, and you know that it's the first impression. So to define an advertisement is a notice or announcement in a public medium promoting a product, a service, or an event, or publishing a job vacancy. But now, since today we are going to look at describing a job in an advertisement, we're going to look at what is a job advertisement. A job advertisement is a paid announcement in a newspaper. It could be in a newspaper. It could be on internet, a radio, among other, about a job vacancy. So this is the first stage of hiring employees in advertising a vacancy so that people can know that there is an available job for people to apply. So when it comes to describing a job in an advertisement, there are things you have to put into consideration. One, you have to name your company, the company that is advertising. You have to talk about the post. Which post are you advertising? Talk about a few qualifications that you require from the applicant. Also talk about the experience. What experience do you require? Which experience should the applicant be having? There is also the job requirements. What they require you to do in case you get the job. In an advert, you don't have to forget to put the person whom the applicant should apply to. Should they apply to the director? Should they apply to the CEO? Should they apply to the general manager? It all comes down to the information that you have provided in a job advert. Like I said, an advert is a notice or an announcement in a public medium promoting a product, a service, or even publishing a job vacancy. So in our lesson today, we are going to look at describing a job in an advert. And like I said, a job advertisement is a paid announcement in a newspaper, internet, among other, about a job vacancy. It could be internet, it could be radio. You could actually tell a friend, there is a vacant post at my office, so would you like to apply? How you advertise your job really matters. But then, before you advertise your job, or in the process of advertising a job, you have to say the company that is advertising. Which company is advertising? Is it a school? Is it a school advertising looking for teachers? Is it a company that looks for cleaners? Among other things. So you have to name your company, and you have to name the post, the vacant post which you want people to apply to. Let's say, is it a general manager? Is it a cashier? Is it anything? Is it a chef in a restaurant? Is it a shop attendant in, let's say, a retail shop? All those things. You have to consider all those things. So you also have to put the qualifications. By qualifications, I mean, what do you expect this person to be? Do you expect this person to be male or female? You have to note that. Do you expect them to have had a certain level of education? Let's say you expect them to have a diploma, a certificate, a bachelor's degree, a PhD. You also have to put that, the qualifications you really require. You also have to put the competence of that person. Are they good at speaking French, Kinyarwanda, English, among others? So this person who is going to apply should also make sure that he falls under the qualifications, or he has the qualifications that are noted in an advert. You also have to put the experience. If you want to hire someone, let's say you're advertising for a job, and let's say it is a chef in a hotel. So which experience do you expect that person to have? do you expect him to have worked for like 10 years? Do you expect that chef to have worked like for 5 years? And do you expect them to have, let's say, worked, let's say, in a certain hotel? Okay, some people might apply and say, I specifically want a chef who has worked at this place. Okay, you also have to note the experience. So when it comes to job requirements, what the person is going to be required of, let's say the chef gets a job, what is he going to be required of doing? Arranging the menu, making dishes, among other things. So you have to put all these in your advertisement. And remember, since it is paid for, you have to also put the person to whom the applicant should apply to. Should they apply to the director? Should they apply to the human resource? Most companies, you have to apply to the human resource or the manager, among others. So don't forget to put the box number where you are found. You can put your email, the company's email, or you can put the telephone number. So, in our lesson today, we are going to look at one simple advert. We are going to read the job advertisement and we are going to answer questions about it. So, this is the job advert. Charama Business Company Limited seeks to recruit a highly qualified candidate to fill the vacant post of a new branch near Rujenje. And the post is secretary. What are the qualifications? The qualification is 1, the person should be male, aged 20 to 30 years. The second qualification that has been put in the advertisement is bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or related field. Then the other qualification that is required is a good command of English, French and Kinyarwanda. So the last one that was put in the advertisement is computer literate in Microsoft Office, internet, email and Adobe programs. Okay? So those are the qualifications. This company put only 4 qualifications. They might want more, but these are the major ones. So if you think you have these qualifications, then you can be ready to apply. And we say that the company is Charama Business Company Limited. It is recruiting. It wants to recruit a candidate for its vacant post. And the vacant post is a secretary. They are looking for a secretary. So what experiences are required? A minimum of 5 years experience working with international businesses. Remember, I told you some companies specifically want someone who has worked in a certain position. So this company wants someone who has 5 years experience, who has worked with international businesses. So that is the only experience that they noted down, that they put in the advertisement. So when it comes to job requirements, what this company requires, the first one is attention to detail and able to identify mistakes in documents easily. Attention to details and able to identify mistakes in documents easily. So if you have to be this, you have to pay attention to details and be able to identify mistakes. It is not easy because you have to take your time reading every document. The second requirement is ability to work extra hours. So if they give you a job, you should be ready to work extra hours. Let's say if you stop working at 4, they might decide that maybe you can now work up to 6, okay? Depending. So those are extra hours. If the company closes at 4 p.m., they might ask you to work up to 6 p.m. That is what they mean by extra hours. Let's say if they employ you and they say you are supposed to work for, let's say, 7 hours a day, okay? If they say you're going to work for 7 hours a day, if they give you extra hours, let's say like 1 to make them 8, okay, you should be able to accept, to adjust to their conditions. The third one is organized in filing information, okay? Organized in filing information. So they say interested applicants can send their applications, curriculum vitae, and academic transcripts. Applicants should be Rwandans, okay? Applicants should be Rwandans and attach photocopies of their national ID and their recent passport photo. So if you're interested, if you think you have all this, you can be a secretary, you have had a bachelor's degree in secretarial studies, you're a male, not female, by the way, because in the job advert, they are specifically looking for male. You are male, age 20 to 30. You have computer literacy, good command in English language, French and Kinyarwanda. So you can apply. If you're really interested, you have to send your application letter, curriculum vitae, and academic transcript. So you have to include all these. So, and then the other thing, the applicant should be Rwandan, okay? If you're not Rwandan, then you're not qualified. If you're not Rwandan, if you're not male, you're not qualified, okay? And you should attach a photocopy of your national ID and a recent passport photo. So whom are you applying to? You're going to apply to the Human Resource Sharama Business Company Limited, P.O. Box 3434, Giporoso, Kigali. Those are the company's offices, at the company offices, okay? So if you're interested, make sure you are Rwandan, 1, you have your curriculum vitae ready, you have your academic transcript with you, you are male, age 20 to 30, you have a bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or a related field, so you can apply, and you have to address your letter to the Human Resource Sharama Business Company Limited, and I've given you the box number. It is P.O. Box 3434, Giporoso, Kigali. So that is where their company offices are located. So that is simply about our job advert. Now we are going to answer questions about this job advertisement. The first one is, what is the vacant post? Can someone tell me what is the vacant post? What is the post that is being advertised in the advertisement? Okay, we shall look at the answers later. Let us read the questions first, and then we go back and look at the job advert. Then we can come back and answer those questions. So the second question is, who advertised the job? Who advertised the job? Who advertised the job? The third one, what does this position do? What does this position do? What does this position do? So the fourth question is, what educational background is required? What educational background is required? What educational background is required? So number 5, what age is required? What age is required? Question mark and a continuation. Why is age important? Why is age important when looking for an employee? Why is age important when looking for an employee? So our question number 6, what sex is required? What sex is required? What sex is required? And do you think this person is suitable for this post? What sex is required? And do you think this person is suitable for this post? And do you think this person is suitable for this post? Why? Why do you think this person is either suitable or not suitable for the post? Number 7, what computer skills are required? What computer skills are required? What computer skills are required? Number 8, what language ability is required? What language ability is required? Question mark and a continuation. Why is it important? What is the importance of language? What is the importance of language for this post? What is the importance of language for this post? Number 9, how can an interested person apply for the job? How can an interested person apply for the job? Number 10, where can an interested person apply for the job? Where can an interested person apply for the job? So I'm going to read the questions again once more, and we look at the advertisement again, and then we answer those questions, okay? So we say our number 1 is, what is the vacant position? What is the vacant position? Okay? Our number 2, who advertised the job? Who advertised the job? Number 3, what does this position do? What does this position do? Number 4, what educational background is required? What educational background is required? Number 5, what age is required? What age is required? Why is age important when looking for an employee? Why is age important when looking for an employee? Number 6, what sex is required? What sex is required? And do you think this person is suitable for this post? What sex is required? And do you think this person is suitable for this post? Why? Number 7, what computer skills are required? What computer skills are required? Number 8 is, what language ability is required? What language ability is required? Number 9, how can an interested person apply for the job? How can an interested person apply for the job? What is the importance of language for this post? What is the importance of language for this post? Number 10, where can an interested person apply for the job? Where can an interested person apply for the job?
Come along and play with us.
So let us go back and look at our advertisement. We said the advert is by Sharama Business Company Limited, and Sharama Business Company Limited seeks to recruit a highly qualified candidate to fill the vacant post of our new branch in Nyarujenje. The post is secretary. So the post is secretary, and who is advertising? Sharama Business Company. The qualifications that were put, they only put 4 qualifications. The first one is, should be male, aged 20 to 30 years old. Male, aged 20 to 30 years old. The second qualification is, person should have a bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or related field. Bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or related field. The third one is good command of English, French and Kinyarwanda. The third qualification is good command of English. This person should be very good at English, French and Kinyarwanda. So the last one is computer literate. Should be a computer literate in Microsoft Office, Internet, email and Adobe programs. Okay? So the experience. Which experience is required? A minimum of 5 years experience working with international business. A minimum of 5 years experience working with international business. Job requirements. The first one is attention to detail and able to identify mistakes in documents easily. The first one is attention to details and able to identify mistakes in documents easily. The second one is ability to work extra hours. Ability to work extra hours. So the third one is organized in filling information. Organized in filling information. So they say that interested applicants can send their application letters, curriculum vitae, and academic transcript. So if you're interested, let's say you know you're male, you have a bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or a related field, you have a good command of English, French and Kinyarwanda, you're computer literate, you have worked with international businesses, and you are Rwandan, because they say applicants should be Rwandans, and attach a photocopy of their national ID and their recent passport photo. So if you are interested, you can apply to the Human Resource Sharama Business Company Limited, the Human Resource Sharama Business Company Limited, P.O. Box 3434, Giporoso, Kigali. Okay? So if you're interested, you can apply through the Human Resource Sharama Business Company Limited, and the box number is 3434, Giporoso, Kigali. Okay? So let us try to answer these questions. Our first question was, what is the vacant position? What is the vacant position? So, position that is being advertised is secretary. Okay? Secretary. Our answer to number 1 is secretary. The position that is being advertised is the post of a secretary. So number 2, who advertised the job? Who advertised the job? The job was advertised by Sharama Company Limited. Remember, it is Sharama Business Company Limited that advertised the job. Okay? So, number 3, what does this position do? What does this position do? So, remember the requirements, the job requirements. You can go back and read the job requirements. The first one was attention to details and able to identify mistakes in documents. Okay? That was the first one. The second one is ability to work extra hours. Ability to work extra hours. Then the third one is organized in filling information. Organized in filling information. Okay? So, question number 3 asked, what does this position do? If, let's say, you get the job, what are you supposed to do? The first one is you should pay attention to detail and be able to identify mistakes in a document easily. The second one is you have to work extra hours, the ability to work extra hours. Then the third one, you have to be organized in filling information. So that is what the position requires, okay? So our number 4, what educational background is required? In our job advertisement, we have that they require someone with a bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or a related field, okay? A bachelor's degree in secretarial studies or a related field. So if you have studied secretarial studies, you can apply for this job. So our number 5, what age is required? What age is required? And why is age important when looking for an employee? Why is age important when looking for an employee? Now, the age required is 20 to 30 years. 20 to 30 years. It is important because some jobs require younger people with less family commitments, among other things. Okay? So the age is 20 to 30. If you're in the range of 20 to 30, you can apply. And why is age important when looking for an employee? It is because some jobs require young people with less family commitments. Okay? So number 6, what sex is required? What sex is required? And do you think this person is suitable for this post? Why? Now, in our advert, we saw that they require a male. A male person is required. So the person is suitable because even men can be good at writing, reading, and editing. It is not only women who are good at that. Even men can be so good at it. So why is a male suitable? The male is suitable because men can also be good at writing, reading, and editing. That is why they require a male, not a female. So our number 7, what computer skills are required? What computer skills are required? Let us come back to our qualifications. In the last one, they say, the 4th one, computer literate in Microsoft Office, Internet, email, and Adobe programs. Okay? So the computer skills required are Microsoft, Internet, email, and Adobe programs. Those are the internet skills required. Number 8, what language ability is required? What language ability is required? What is the importance of language for this post? Why is language so important when it comes to this post? So, in our advert, we saw that they require someone with a good command of English, French, and Kinyarwanda. So, they are the languages that are required, okay? So the other question is, what is the importance of language for this post? Now, given the fact that this person is going to be a secretary, they need to write documents. They are, let's say, going to talk to people. Let's say there are those people who understand Kinyarwanda but do not understand French very well. So for effective communication, you must have at least the 3. Be able to speak English, be able to speak French, be able to speak Kinyarwanda. and also write the languages. So number 9, our number 9 is how can an interested person apply for the job? How can an interested person apply for the job? So an interested candidate can apply by sending an application letter, a CV, to the company and a copy of their transcript, their academic transcript. So if you're interested, one, you have to send your application letter, have a CV, and your academic transcript sent to the company. Okay? So our number 10, where can an interested person apply for the job? So the person can apply through the human resource of the company. The human resource of the company, and the name of the company is Sharama Business Company Limited. Okay, so if you're interested, you can have your CV, your application letter, and your academic transcript sent to the human resource of the company.
Come along and play with us.
So that marks the end of our lesson today, but I want us to go back and look at describing a job in an advert. Like I said, an advert is a notice or an announcement in a public medium. Okay, it could be TV, it could be radio, it could be newspapers, promoting a product, a service, or event, or publicizing a job vacancy. Okay, and we said that a job advertisement is a paid announcement in a newspaper, internet, radio, among others, about a job vacancy. So we said for you to describe a job in an advertisement, one, let's say if you want to advertise for a job, the first thing you have to do is that name the company, which company is advertising. Then put the post, which post do you want people to apply for. Then put the qualifications, what you require those people to be having, what you require them to be. Should they be male? Should they be female? Which level of education do you require? Do you require any computer skills? Do you require them to be knowing a specific language? Include them in your advert. And also talk about the experience, what you expect them to have, let's say, done. You also put the job requirements, what those people are going to be doing, what they are supposed to be doing. And don't forget to put the person through which the applicants should apply. Okay? So that literally marks the end of our unit. And in this unit, the unit was careers. We have learned about careers and making informed choices. So remember, the choice of the career one makes is important because it determines what you will do for the rest of your life. So if you make a bad choice, you regret it. But when you make a good choice, it is the beginning of a happy life. Okay? So a senior theory student, you choose a combination at advanced level, and the knowledge will help you determine the kind of career you're going to do. Okay? So I want you to note that choosing a career for your life is really important. So thank you for paying attention and being good students. Bye.
Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time. Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, children. See you next time.